Alright, so first off, don't mind me playing Arsenal. It's just me passing the time while I explain to y'all and show y'all some videos on how to get better at the game from my personal experience and what I think is essential to getting good at GPO, right? Okay, so really in GPO, I'd say there's two main categories of like things, like how to on like, just getting better or just in general, two main things that you're going to be using are things that's going to fall in one of two categories, right? That's the physical aspect of the game versus the mental aspect of the game, right? So the mental aspect of the game is stuff like predicting, baiting, all of that good stuff is mental, right? Physical, perfect blocking, the ability to do combos well, all of that. That's what I'd say is physical. Usually, physical is completely like memory based, right? Like memorizing the animations and timings on when to perfect block, it's usually just memory based, right? But mental is something that it requires a bit of intelligence. It requires a bit of yeah, it requires a bit of intelligence. Oh my God, I don't know why I thought I said that wrong, right? But in any case, let's start off instantly with the first part, which is the physical part, right? How do you get physically better at GPO? Now, this is kind of hard to answer because there is there is some like ways that you can do this, but I'd really say the biggest way is just practice. You can't just magically become really good at perfect blocking or just magically become fucking goated at combos or whatever. Just practice, man. The game, the more you play the game and the more you get used to the mechanics of the game, the easier shit is going to be. Literally, the easier combos will be easier, perfect blocking will be easier. You're gonna learn a bunch of timings that are gonna fucking help you a lot, right? So you need to make sure that really just practice. What I personally did for physical aspect is I fought my friend PB multiple times, right? And I got really good at perfect blocking. This was back in update 1. I got really good at perfect blocking. And that's how holy shit. That's how it became, Lucky Days, good perfect blocker and all that shit, right? But combos is also just pretty simple. I got pretty decent at combos over time. It's just doing a whole bunch of shit, like just doing a whole bunch of keybinds and all that ass. It really wasn't that complicated for me personally, but it might be for you. And again, best way to do this or to get better at this is to practice, 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 practice. Please, please, please practice for your own good, right? You have to practice. So to the second part of the video, right? The main part that I feel like a whole bunch of people are lacking in, right? You need both of these like categories. You need to be good or decently skilled in both of these categories to be an overall amazing player at GPL, right? If you're lacking in one of these categories, which is either the physical or mental compartment, then you're just gonna be bad at the game. I'm not gonna lie. You're just gonna be either too predictable or just straight up can't do combos or can't perfect block. It's just gonna be way too easy to exploit you. So, what do we have, right? For the mental game, I'm gonna go through two main parts. I'm gonna show you one video about baiting and one about predicting. Oh, I'm shooting my teammate, right? So, baiting. What is baiting, right? This should be quite simple. Baiting is basically just making your opponent think that you're gonna do something and then do something completely different, right? Make your opponent think, oh, I'm gonna do this or oh, I'm gonna do that. And then you do something completely else, right? Or you make them think you're gonna do something and yeah, obviously you do something else, right? That's basically all baiting is, or make them do something that you want to do. Get inside their head. Baiting is gonna be quite the important thing And the first baiting thing I'm gonna show you is in a clip that's not by me. I'm gonna put in the like fucking whatchamacallit, I'm gonna put in the video the Discord user from who this is from, because this is not my clip, right? If you wanna know about the clip or anything like that, or yeah, just hit up the guy on Discord, right? Because this is not my clip. I'm just using it to show y'all an example. So, as y'all can see in this clip, he does something very interesting. He does 4M1s, and on the fourth M1, he kind of slows it down a bit, right? He doesn't do fast M1s or anything like that. He does it pretty darn slow, and then all of a sudden, he clicks F after. But why did he do this? Right? He got a perfect block out of this, but why did he do this? So this is a bit of this is a baiting technique. This is one out of many baiting techniques. But it implements not even just baiting, but a bit of prediction in there as well, right? A bit of prediction of knowing your opponent, right? Adapting and knowing how your opponent plays is very important. And this man does it to a T. He does it to a T, right? So what he realized about his opponent is every time he M1s 4 times, and on the fifth M1, his opponent likes to spam left clicks to get out of combos, right? And this might be a habit that you have or not, but basically he realized that this guy or his opponent loves spamming fucking left click to get out of these damn combos, and he started a did was he did 4M1s. He slowed it down, and by slowing this down, he gave his opponent some time to escape out of his combo, right? But what he would do is he would then click F, because he knows that when he escapes out of his combo, the very first thing he's gonna try to do is M1 him, and he predicts this and then perfect blocks him to punish him, right? And just like that, that's a prediction, right? And that's a bait. That's a bait followed by a prediction. So what makes this what makes this so good, right? What can you do with this? This is also something that you can do the 4 slow M1s, and then on the fifth M1, or no, on the fourth M1, my bad, slow it down so that the opponent can escape, and that you can like capitalize off of it and do something to them. So what you can do is you can either do what he did, which was to you can do what he did, which was holy shit. Why am I forgetting it? He fucking did that. He clicked F, or yeah, he clicked F because he knew that his opponent was gonna spam left click to get out of his combo. But if you realize that, like, as soon as your opponent gets out of your combo, instead of clicking F, or instead of left clicking to try to like spam click their way out of you comboing them, they like to hold F. They like the block buffer. They're a F holder. Then do something like Coilier, right? 4M1s Coilier, and then all of a sudden, boom, they get guard broken, right? It's such a simple bait. It's such a simple cool thing that you can do, and just doing this is just gonna overall improve your game. And this is just one of many, many, many baits that you can do to just get overall better at the game, right? So yeah, like I said, just go ahead, and you have to have really good awareness to know what your opponent is gonna do, or to like be able to predict your opponent off of this. So be aware of what your opponent does, but also be aware of what you do. You do not want to make yourself too predictable at the end of the day as well. Because a big thing that I realize is when I clip myself is that I play like an idiot, right? Like there's some parts like when I personally think, oh, I'm really good at the game, or in the moment I think I'm doing amazing. But then when I review my clips, I was like, why the fuck did I do this? Why did I do that? Like I was looking at myself like I was an idiot, right? Like there's so many little things that you don't realize that you're doing. You're just doing it subconsciously, right? Like it's just nature to you. and it might be a bad habit that's really slowing you down. So I really do recommend clipping yourself so you can realize any bad habits or just dumb mistakes or decisions that you're making and fix them up, right? And to like if you're being really predictable, switch what you do up. Don't do the same thing over and over again. Like come on now. That's just basic knowledge. And make yourself unpredictable so your opponent never really knows exactly what you're gonna do next, right? So now, off to the second part, right? Because we don't want to make this video too long, right? This is just part one after all, because I'm not gonna be able to explain much about everything in this video, right? So predicting. So I'm gonna show you a clip. So basically, what's gonna happen in this clip is that this guy is gonna jump up. This guy, he's gonna like fucking jump out of this other guy hitting him, and he's gonna Geppo up into the air as well. But what he's gonna do is gonna be quite interesting. He Geppos up in the air, and he clicks F. But why? This is something I'd say is decently common in what a lot of people do, which is when they Geppo up in the air, when they're coming back down, if somebody chases back to them, they like to M1, right? Especially if you're a mink, they love doing this. And the reason why is because if they M1 and get mink stun, then they can Geppo back up, hit him again, and then go back down, hit him again, and it's a true combo with mink stun, right? However, this is such a bad habit that a lot of people have, and it can easily when he jumped in the air, right when he got below him, he knew that he would try to M1 him, so he pre-blocked, and boom, got a perfect block. That's predicting for you, right? He predicted what his opponent was gonna do based off of their actions and probably what they were doing in the rest of the fight, right? You have to know that we don't know what they did in the rest of the fight, but like or how many times they fought or anything like that. But if he realized that he liked to do this a lot, he definitely easily could have punished him for this. And this is something that you need to realize and take abuse of a lot very quickly, right? Predicting. Make sure that you can understand that when your opponent does something, to be able to be like, okay, they're doing this, to be able to not only adapt to what they're doing, but to also be able to think if this is what they're doing, this might be what they're doing next, right? If they have a habit, exploit it. If you see that there's something that they just, for whatever reason, love doing, exploit it, right? It's so easy to exploit people's faults and mistakes, so just go ahead and do it, and make sure, of course, that you yourself are being unpredictable as possible and not having many faults or mistakes yourself, because obviously that's not, you don't want that. Okay, you do not want to have a lot of faults and mistakes. It makes you very easy to beat. It can make you very predictable, and it's just something you do not want, right? So that's how you predict, and that's how you bait, and that's just the basics. This is just the surface basics, I'd say, to start to get pretty decent at the game, right? To not be bozo arena player type level, because that's absolutely down horrendous. I ain't gonna lie, right? Arena players are just kind of yikes, you know. They're not very good. So just get out of that arena player level, and most importantly, um, people who complain about the only people who like complain about fruit spamming or anything like that are people who are bad at perfect blocking. Personally, any pro player would be very happy to go against a fruit spammer, because quite literally, it's just perfect block city for us. We just perfect block after perfect block after perfect block, and then just combo after every perfect block. I definitely say if you go against some fruit spammers, that is an amazing way to get better at perfect blocking, because you'll get used to the timing of their moves, and it'll be very beneficial for you in the long run to getting better at the game, right? So that is about all I have, I'd say, for this very first video, part one. if you'd like to see a part two, or you'd like to see me go in depth about something specific, right? And I then go ahead and put it in the comments out, or DM me, right? I'll put my Discord on the screen. Either put it in the comments or DM me. I'll try and make a video and explain it to the best of my possible to the best of my ability. I meant, right? I'll try to explain whatever you want from me to the best of my ability, but I'm kind of dumb, so don't worry about that, right? I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'll try my best. I'll try my best to explain, and hopefully this video helped you understand the game a bit more, how it works, how people who play this game work, and how you can actually become better at this game, improve your skills, improve your gameplay, and overall become just a better player than you were before, right? But yeah, I'd basically say that's all I have for part one for this video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please say it in the comments. If I see it, I'll answer it. And that's about it, man. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all later.